just a kid trying to find his tribe, man, and not feel alone. It's got me right now. It's actually got me
Mm.
choking up right now.
Oh
Uh,
man.
that's crazy. How can it do that? I'm getting old, bro. I'm telling you, I'm getting so soft. Even Alara asked me, "Daddy, why are you crying?" My tears were streaming in the cinema. I'm
Damn.
trying to find your tribe, bro. Trying to find your tribe. Trying to feel. And the main thing is alone, alone. And you know what it was as well with what's happening in the world right now. It just hit, bro. It just hit so hard. I've still got imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I'm not supposed to be there. Like I look at these people around me. You got really good movie reviewers there, magazines, proper radio personalities there, and then you've got all of these influencers that have got millions and millions of followers, and I'm still like the odd one out there.
I have imposter syndrome every day, be it this podcast, a review, or my work, bro. I honestly do.
Yeah.
But I've used it. I wake up every morning with imposter syndrome, and every day I challenge that to say, you know what? I'm gonna smash it today to show myself I belong. What's happening, people? Welcome back to the Brothers Geek Out Podcast. The brothers are back after a couple of weeks being off with another episode for you. Lots of stuff to go through, reviews, news, all that sort of stuff. Before we get into it, guys, this podcast is sponsored by Cherish Clicks. See the magic, be the magic. Check the description for more. Kibs, man, shit, it's been a while, bro. It's been a while. I've been away, right, in Singapore for the last couple of weeks, visiting family, the wife's side of the family, just enjoying time out there, enjoying food and enjoying Singapore. I didn't realize how much I'd
Mm,
missed it until I
yeah,
left, or just valued some of the qualities of Singapore, just the efficiency of traveling, just the community feel that Singapore does have. Which I miss out here, man. Living out in Dubai, we don't really have that community feel based on where we live.
yeah,
But we are in the process of now going to start moving to the community that we're going to be living in for the future of Dubai. And I think that has a better community feel. But Singapore definitely has that all over Singapore, and I kind of miss that and whatnot. But it was nice to be in Singapore. It was nice to see the family and all that sort of stuff out there, man. But yeah, I now back to routine in Dubai, just trying to get sleep pattern and health pattern and eating and diet, all that sort of stuff, training back to normal and stuff, man. How you been for the last couple of weeks, man? How's the kids? How's the family?
yeah. Good man. Just getting along as well, man. It has been busy. It's been a weird one as well. With everything that's happening at the moment in the world right now, it's not really giving anybody any sort of mental relief as well. And I feel like it's affecting even more. I don't know. It's been stressful, bro. We got a ticket in front of mum's house the other day. It was like, oh
Oh, I
man,
heard
what a
about
day to
this.
just, and it just ruined me, bro. In that moment, it ruined. And you know when you wake up from sleep as well, like I was tired as it was. I've been working, like I haven't had a day off in like 3 weeks. I'm working 6, 7 days a week, and I'm trying to do all the daily stuff as well. Uh, Cherish Clicks is starting to pick up like really well now, and it's just trying to keep on top of that. And bro, I just knocked out on the sofa, woke up, pow, ticket. I was
Oh,
like, and it wasn't even like 40 quid, it's 80 motherfucking pounds, man. The
oh,
fucking council just definitely know how to shit on its residents and its local people. It's like, fuck, man, like you're not ripping us off even more on council tax. You're fucking us on we pay road tax, fucking insurance, everything else tax. Everything's tax. It's basically the sheriff of Nottingham that has just grown bigger. In the background, he's laughing his ass off because the tax man's just winning everything. But then they distribute it to that Israel country,
mm-hmm.
And it's like this is like insanely fucked at the moment now. Anyway, other than that, I'm doing. You know what, bro? You know what? I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I
Well, yeah,
spoke
we
to
have to
Wayne the
be
other day.
grateful. Oh yeah,
Yeah, I'm
how is
here.
he, man?
He's good. He's good. It was funny. Yeah. I told like Saturday was my first day off again in ages as well, and literally just chilled. Like the kids were at their nana's house. I just needed a day at home. And then Dwayne said, "Oh, I'm gonna pop round." I was like, "Come, man." And we watched a movie. We were watching movie trailers from 1999, and there was this movie called Basic.
Oh, you should have recorded your reactions, man. That would have been
Yeah, yeah,
awesome.
it was hilarious. So watching trailers from 1999, I was like, if we saw that trailer, and like The Matrix. We're talking about The Matrix because it's like, you know, groundbreaking movie. We went to go see Any Given Sunday. We went to Holloway Road to go watch Any Given Sunday. Stand back. Any Given Sunday because of Al Pacino, Jamie Foxx, LL Cool J. You know, great cast. Dennis Quaid, great soundtrack, advertised really well, but it was sold out. So we ended up watching The Matrix. But we was like, let's watch The Matrix trailer, bro. The Matrix trailer is basic. Like, if I saw that trailer, I was like, I don't know, man. Like, I maybe not watch it. But then we found this movie that he said he watched because of my recommendation, and it's called Basic, starring Samuel Jackson and John Travolta. And I was dying, bro. This trailer was like basically so basic. And I was like, Dwayne, why did I recommend this basic movie to you? But it's actually a good film.
I haven't even heard of it.
It's called Basic. It came out in 1999. Sorry, my hay fever is on the brink. But yeah, we just chilling out. We did well. Hold up, give me a second. What's up, Papa?
That's nice, man. I kind of wish you guys recorded your reactions to whatever trailers you were. That would have been an awesome video of you guys reacting to old school trailers and stuff. I remember we had a segment before where we, or back in the days with on the old channel, where we react to old school trailers and stuff. That's always kind of fun. It's fun when I think it's more natural when the boys are over and then you're just like, oh, let's watch these trailers or whatever. Rather than like
definitely
organizing it. So you should have recorded that. That would have been awesome. But it's good to hear that Dwayne's doing all right. I need to send him a message. It's been a while, man. I need to send a message to a few people. I've been doing that actually. Obviously, I haven't been on some of the WhatsApp groups for a while just because I needed some time. And to be honest, I'm not even really talking on WhatsApp groups because I just need space. But I'm individually messaging
I'm the same.
people. Yeah, just saying, hope you're okay, hope you're okay, hope you're. That's it, man. Because the world messed me up in a way, or the situation was happening in the world and just how evil people can be. And I can't, it's just still hard to believe that we're in this sort of world right now. And then that kind of messed me up. So I just wanted to get away from news. I wanted to get away from socials. And then, WhatsApp group also kind of shares news, which I was kind of like, I want to stay away from. I'm a lot better now, but I still, obviously, things have got worse.
We're deeply affected by it.
Yeah, of course. We're human beings. We're human beings, man. And as a human being, when you see other people suffering, especially now at our age, it hurts more. When I was younger, I didn't follow anything. I didn't care about the news. I was young. I didn't give a shit about anything. Now I see it, and also social media, it amplifies it. It hurts when I see people suffering. So when I see the people of Palestine and Gaza suffering, it hurts. When I see children, we've seen children being murdered and blown up and whatnot. It hurts. It hurts us as human beings, right? We haven't lost our humanity. No matter what Zionists and whatever people try to justify it, the fact of the matter is, for you to justify the death of children, there's something wrong with you. As Immortal Technique said something a while back, like something happened to you. And I'm sorry that whatever happened to you for you to justify the death of children. And it's crazy how the world has just got so used to it. I'm putting quotation mark, used to seeing children dead and just blown up and whatnot. But it's got worse. Now there's a war with Iran. I mean, I've been posting loads of videos about how obviously Israel's going to try and get the US involved. They've always wanted it since 1992 or whatever it is, when that devil Yahoo was in front of the US Congress talking about they need to resume change in Iraq, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, all these places. And Iraq was on the, Iran was on that list, and he just started that. I mean, they dethroned all those other regimes, fake news about weapons of mass destruction. They hate us for our freedoms. They hate America, all this sort of bullshit. It was all bullshit lies, which has been discovered now. And Iran was on that list, and he actually just started it. So it's messing me up, because I'm like, this just only made things worse. Now we're talking about, now Israel wants to fight with a true power, which is Iran, because they've been preparing from day, bro. You think they've just been sitting there not preparing? They've been preparing, right? So, and then now they want the US involved. I've been posting loads of videos where you got, well, the US narratives have changed a lot, right? You got tons of US commentators just saying, we're not getting involved, we shouldn't get involved, we know this is bullshit. So far, I've heard that the US are not getting involved. I don't know what Trump and, people are in his ear, and he's obviously got his agendas and all that sort of shit. So it's scary to see, because once they get involved, that's it, man. Because Iran, I mean, again, I don't know, man, because Iran has getting a lot of support from China, Russia, Turkey, what I mean? Like, this is gonna be the end, and this is all Israel's, like, straight up, man. It's all Israel's fault. The most evilest. When I say Israel, their government, that Yahoo's the most evil devil on this planet. And it's just kind of
100%.
messed me up. It's just made things worse. And even to say, and he's messed up not just the region, he's messed up Israel. He's messed up Tel Aviv and all that sort of stuff. Yes, it's all stolen land. That's just fact. But the fact of the matter is, right now, it exists. It is what it is. It exists. And there are a lot of, and when I say innocent people, I'm saying innocent children and people in Israel that he and his regime are trying to brainwash into thinking that all that bullshit that he tries to brainwash us with. End of the day, now he's messed up them because Iran's been striking and they've been causing some destruction in Israel, and that's all his fault. That's all his and his right wing, those terrible, evil people, government fault. And it's just scary, man. So anyway, that has been messing him up. I didn't want to even go into that shit, but kind of went into it, man, because it's scary. But prayers go out again to the Palestinian people, and the people of Gaza. Strongest people in the world. I don't care, man.
No,
But
100%,
sorry,
100%,
sorry.
100%.
Went into
It's
it.
full
Went
on.
into it.
It is full on. And listen, guys, we've got donation links in the links below, and on our social media pages, we'll have it back up again. Like, thank you to everybody who's donated. And like, listen, I have met more people come out of the woodworks to say, you know, you guys are the only ones that talk about it. You use your platform, knowing the repercussions of what could happen of losing followers and all of that shit. I don't give a shit about followers, to be honest. Like, we only have 5 people like our post anyway. So the main thing is that those 5 people actually really like
some of them are
what
me
we
too.
do.
All right, well, it might be 3 because I like it too. So me, I don't know if you like it. So that's 2 out. So
I do like it as well. Yeah, that's what I say. It's 3
so
of you guys.
People.
Shout outs to you guys because you guys always support and you guys always, you know, what do you call it? But I mean, it's like go. You're gonna have a tummy ache, remember? I think it's all about that connecting to one person. Again, we were saying this, and we usually say it on the podcast a lot. It's like, guys, like, there's a reason why we do this stuff. Is it's about information, it's about learning, it's about stuff that we love, it's stuff that we talk about, it's real world issues. I don't want to be that fake guy no more. Like, hoping that it's gonna. We're gonna achieve something from it. Like, everything we've achieved is because of who we are, just who we are. That's the main thing. So,
agreed. And also, it affects us. If it didn't affect me, if this was me 20 years ago, I wouldn't even be talking about it because I don't watch.
No,
I wouldn't
exactly.
watch the news. I wouldn't give a shit, and I'll just be living my life. It affects us, so that's why we talk about it, right? And the whole point of the Brothers Geek Out podcast was for me and you to talk when I left the country, right? To nearly 12 years ago, bro, right? And that's the whole point. And the fact is, we're not going to deviate away from how this started. And the whole point of this podcast is us to talk, catch up. And yes, big pop culture stuff was a big part of it, but we always caught up and talk about it and kind of helped us manage our mental health in that sort of sense. Like, how you doing out there in Hong Kong by yourself and all that sort of stuff. I needed to speak to my brother or a friend or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's what the whole point of this was. But man, I'm always going to talk about it. I don't give a fuck. And nothing's going to... We've already been shadow banned. So what are you going to do? Shadow ban us again? Who gives a fuck? But yeah,
exactly.
Man, listen, man, I know we're struck for time because you've got to pick up a little one. So cute to see her in a little outfit, man, going to school. Love that, man.
Yeah, no, proper.
But let's get into it because we've got a lot of things that's been happening in the last couple of weeks. And I did want to spend some time talking about it, man. So let's get into stuff. Let's get into the news first, right? First things first. Rest in peace to Peter Rain Kwong, the actor who played the character Rain in the big movie Big Trouble in Little China, man, which we grew up with, 1986. Now, he passed away a couple of weeks back, so I just wanted to pay him a tribute. He died, I think it was at 72 in his sleep, I believe it was. But this guy, like, yes, we know him from Big Trouble in Little China, but he's been in like Golden Child and stuff like that. He in the 80s, in those times, bro, he's been in bare stuff. He was even in like most recently, like the Lethal Weapon show in 2016. But Big Trouble in Little China was such a big part of our lives. You know,
yeah, man.
He was a great martial artist. That movie was awesome. That movie was like, I swear, like Mortal Kombat and all that sort of stuff got inspiration from that. It was like the coolest movie at the time. It reminds me always of Nabil, may he rest in peace as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
But I just wanted to kind of again we did pay tribute on the channel, but just again pay tribute to Peter Kwong for his amazing legacy. It doesn't matter how many movies or blockbuster movies he's in a movie that goes down in history, which is Big Trouble in Little China for us at least.
Exactly. Yeah.
So big shout outs to him and condolences to his family. Condolences to his family.
Bro, listen, again, amazing tribute. He's a great martial artist. He's done loads of movies. I mean, we'll always know him as Rain. John Carpenter's, I think John Carpenter is one of those diverse directors that did these diverse movies because he hasn't done just horror movies. He did action movies. He did thriller movies. The guy's done a wide range of movies, and I give credit to him because he always got all these fantasy movies done to such a unique level that it's inspired generations along the way, and even martial artists that were able to be in this movie to share that type of epicness. Big Trouble in Little China, to this day, bro, is a great movie, bro. A great rewatchable movie. I've probably seen that movie over 1,000 times, 100%. I love that movie. And I think he plays a great addition to that character. He's got it was him with the sword, isn't it? And it's just, he's sick, bro. He's sick. Really good, man. Really good, really good. Rest in peace, and loads of love and prayers going to the family as well. He plays a big part in a lot of us in our childhood, which is amazing legacy to take with you, to be remembered in that form as that martial artist, as that character. But yeah, rest in peace, definitely.
Yeah, definitely, man. Rest in peace and condolences to his family. I did want to bring this one up. Tony Todd, like we spoke about, I mean, rest in peace to him. We spoke about he passed away a while back. But I watched Final Destination Bloodlines yesterday, and I just wanted to bring up his final words to the world. And I don't know if apparently I think like he kind of improvised this in the movie or whatnot, but his final words was like a great message to the world, and it was basically this, and it was in the movie. He basically said, I intend to enjoy the time I have left, and I suggest you do the same. Life is precious. Enjoy every second. You never know when. Good luck. And man, just listening to him say that, and then him passing away, it's just kind of like a final message to the world, leaving that legacy. He said such a legacy in horror movies, from like what Candyman and stuff like that, right? But just to leave with that kind of with that last, what you call it, dialogue to the world.
Yeah.
Maybe he knew, I don't know, but just I don't know. It was touching just seeing that yesterday. Like when I was watching the movie, right? Great, fun movie or whatnot, right? Death and all these imaginary ways of obstacles and whatnot that can get you killed and everything. But when I saw him on screen, I looked out. I looked out and I paid attention to him and his final dialogue. Does that make sense? I just wanted to pay that tribute out of just watching it. So I just wanted to kind of point that out. I mean, rest in peace to Tony Todd.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. Great actor. And again, another guy who has been stuck with us throughout generations, man, which is absolutely amazing. The fact that somebody can play such a big part to what he does, like, credits to him, man. Great speech as well. Even if he improvised that and they kept that in the movie, thank you, Warner Brothers, for doing that. Thank you to the director for doing that. It's such a nice tribute to be able to do something like that with creators, man. And as we are in a space right now where the creative thing is slowly getting taken over by Skynet, it's nice to see little things like that happen.
Definitely, man. Definitely.
Sorry, I'm just gonna get tea.
Yeah, cool. All right. Well, I need you to let's move on then, because I did want to talk about your experience or with the interview you did for How to Train Your Dragon live action with Dean. Dean. Why have I
Dean
gone blank?
Deblois.
Dean Deblois. Yeah. How was that, man? How was the experience? I've heard great reviews about this movie. This live action is like one of the best live action adaptation from what I'm hearing. I have to be honest, I have not seen the animation in a long time. So I don't
Yeah.
even remember it. It's been one of those ones, right? I think I watched it when it first came out. I've watched it after. But what was the experience like talking to Dean? And how was the movie?
Yeah, no, listen, bro, the movie's great. I got to say, like, compare it from. It's crazy to see because we're getting live adaptations left, right, and center, and they're looking to adapt things, and none of them have been like groundbreaking in a way where it's like it honors the original. Like, sometimes, it's almost like for like, but it's I don't know, like that charm is not there. So it's like, what happened to the original heart and charm? Even if you're doing it and changing it a little bit, like they did with this, bro. This is almost not scene by scene. Yeah, you know what? Scene by scene, almost exactly the same as the animation, but it has the heart, it has the charm. It's about a kid trying to find his tribe and trying to fit in. The odd one out, the ugly duckling. You know what I mean? Uh, Toothless is amazing, and the visual effects is really good. And they kept the soundtrack, bro, which is even more epic. The soundtrack for How to Train Your Dragon was epic. I think John Powell, who does the soundtrack for it, was absolutely amazing. But the experience of having that interview, bro, I still get nervous. It's
You
never like a.
you mentioned but you said to me the nerves got the best of me on this one, but you seemed really good on that one. What was it? How did the nerves like? What was it about this one that got to you? Or was it just a situation or?
I think I still get. I've still got imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I'm not supposed to be there. Like I look at these people around me. You got really good movie reviewers there, magazines, proper radio personalities there, and then you've got all of these influencers that have got millions and millions of followers, and I'm still like the odd one out there. I'm still the guy that's like, am I really meant to be here? And I think I've always felt like that, like uh, the outsider, you know, which is a shame. I shouldn't feel like that because
No, I was
I
gonna
do
say
love,
something about that.
yeah,
But on imposter syndrome, I think everyone has that, first of all. Secondly, I don't think it's a bad thing anymore because if you use it, I have imposter syndrome every day, be it this podcast, a review, or my work, bro. I honestly do.
yeah,
But I've used it. I wake up every morning with imposter syndrome, and every day I challenge that to say, you know what? I'm gonna smash it today to show myself I belong. I do
yeah,
belong.
yeah, yeah.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. I think we're always going to have it, but I think if you use it and you challenge it every day, I think it's a good driver to have. So I try to kind of bring that up. That's my thoughts on imposter syndrome. I really
No,
think
you know
that.
what? And you're right, and that's exactly what happened. I didn't read the questions.
Okay,
If you
so
noticed in the interview, I had the piece of paper in my hand. I didn't read them. I just went with what my gut was telling me because of what I felt in the movie. So the interview is more about what I felt as an audience member, as a fan, but ask about some of the technicalities as well, which we got as well as an artist, and seeing it become real life imagery, and trying to honor what you did in the original as well, which I thought he did. No, it was a good interview, bro. Really nice guy. Uh,
he looked like a
I,
Viking, bro. He looked like more of like a
yeah,
friendly Viking. And what's
yeah,
that
yeah,
movie
yeah,
called?
yeah,
What's
yeah.
that thing? Asterix or whatever. Remember there
Asterix,
was
yeah, yeah, yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
bigger dude. He looked like the bigger dude, like friendly, smile, really smiley guy.
Yeah, he was nice. He was nice. He was really good. The only thing is with those interviews, because it's like 5 minutes, is you ain't got much time. You have to rush, and you feel like nothing comes from the heart, and you end up just interviewing a person who's just done a movie, and you don't really praise him for the what he's done, his work, you know. And it's like I can ask him these interview questions, and I'm not looking to go viral or anything like that. These are memories for the kids, man. Like, when Alara and Nia watched How to Train Your Dragon animation just for me to refresh my memory on it, they absolutely loved it, bro. And that's the
Yeah.
feeling I want them to have, is to love that watching something, letting your imagination run wild, dragons, dinosaurs, and all that stuff. And then, thanks again. Shout outs to Universal, because this is our first Universal gig.
Mm.
This is our first Universal gig. We've done Paramounts, we've done Warner Brothers. Uh, what else have we done? This is our first Universal. Yeah, we haven't done Disney yet. We're still waiting for Disney. Disney, hook us
So
up, man.
Paramount always hooks it up. Yeah, Warner Brothers, you got a lot of good stuff. I mean, I get it depends on what you're saying it is a gig. If you're saying like the press junket thing, yeah, it's guess one of the first ones, and I think it went really well. I don't know what the feedback you got back
No, everybody loved it. They
Universal.
saw the moistness in my face, bro. You can see the
Yeah.
moistness in my face. Like, I'm always in aura of people in creativity and trying to bring something onto the big screen and represent something that they love. He loves this character, bro. It's him. It's parts of him that he's wrote into this character. The kid that wants to find his tribe, to find his friends, to feel wanted, to be in a place. I think it's a coming of age story as well, bro. You know what I mean? Like, we always find our way, but we're always gonna have our battles along the way as well. It's never gonna be. I think what people need to know that it's never going to be an easy battle. It is always going to be an uphill battle. So it's like, how do we maintain ourselves and find things that we love and enjoy? And I think this is the same process about the podcast and doing press and everything else. You're going to be nervous doing anything, and as you said, you're going to be feel in like an imposter in every situation. But as you said, like some of those places we are in there, bro. We are doing it because of how much we love it. And I think people forget that because of the society we in now, where, bro, I'm happy to get one like on something because it doesn't really bother me. Most of the stuff here is memories. Like I'm sharing Superman facts at the moment now. It's just I'm
Mm.
having fun with it. And if I can educate somebody along the way about soups, that's what I want to do. Because those are the things that I love. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
They're
share
really good.
memories.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm learning about it. They're really good. And I mean, look, you're good at those short videos. You edit in and just the way you kind of present that short little fact in 30 seconds, 15 seconds, a minute, whatever it is. It's really good. I can't do that shit. This is what I'm saying. Like I can't do
You're
that
long
sort of
form.
style. Yeah, I'm a
Yeah.
long form guy because I have to think before I talk. I have to I got a lot of ums in whatever because I just need my brain is processing, bro. My brain like that's why. Oh god. Anyway, long story short, I think I've taken a lot of shots to the head just because of like doing martial arts and everything and doing a lot of sparring, and I just don't think it
So
was good for my head. So I'm always like, my brain just
long
goes
form, long
blank.
form.
Long form guy, that's me, bro. But no. Listen, I listened to the interview. I learned a lot. I saw that your moistness of the creativity, and you're always coming from that perspective. And he seemed genuinely happy to answer your questions about the creativity. The way he talked about the animatronics. Like
Yeah.
they built the animatronics of the dragon, all that sort of stuff. It's just nice that you were able to kind of share that, and also it's nice that you were able to kind of share with him that my kids are now going to enjoy this movie. I'm able to share that moment. You brought that sort of relationship memories between me and my kids, and this is a nice thing. And it brings that human value towards these sort of interviews and whatnot. And I'm pretty sure he appreciates that too, as any human being does, when it comes to
Yeah.
like
Like I think that's
family and
what it
memory and
is.
stuff.
It's like, how do I connect on a human level instead of this is just I know he's doing the movie and he's doing the press and this is what he's got to do. But then you can ask so many silly questions. Some of them, most of them are going to be repetitive. How do you stand out differently where you're like, man, thank you for putting this creativity out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I mean,
So
listen, and everyone has their style, right? And some people have that personality to do an interview where it's, be it funny or, you ask certain questions to get a viral moment or whatever it is, right? And that works. But I think like with our style or your style, I guess we're older now, you've got family, there's so much more meaning to life than I don't know, we've got so much a different perspective on things. Put it that way. Maybe if we were young, bro, it could have been a very different conversation. Do you know what I mean? Like, so I'm saying we're getting into this, I feel like at more of a mature age. I mean, we're still immature kids or whatnot. But you know what I'm trying to say? Our mind and perspective is different on things, which is why we approach it that way.
hundred
But
percent,
no,
hundred
and
percent,
you took
100%.
the kids went and watched it, they enjoyed it, right? Idris went, Alava
Yeah,
went, Ash
Idris
went.
loved it. He wants to know about dragons more. Alara, it had a couple. You know what? She bless her, she was brave because some of these dragons they look real. Because she was like whispering to me, "Daddy, is dragons real?" And I was like, "No, Dad, it's cool." Because she jumped a little bit. She did jump. But
Mm.
I thought, you know what? When I take her home, she ain't sleeping. I'm gonna have to sleep next to her. She was
Oh,
fine. She just asked more questions, like the realism. So you can imagine, for me, I know it's CGI and all the rest of it. For a kid to be like, holy shit, that looks real.
Mm.
She was jumping. She was like, and asked me the question, are they real? No,
Yeah.
Dad. Don't worry, fantasy, it's all good. But then she got dinosaurs. And I was like, yeah, you know what? You're right. Dinosaurs were real, but dragons, mythological character, never know. It could be real. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean,
I can't say
there's
anything.
kimono,
Yeah,
what do you call it? Kimono dragons or whatever they call, man. Those,
yeah,
I mean, they don't fly and breathe fire, but they're scary dragons. Like they call
yeah,
them
exactly.
dragons.
So
In Singapore, like they don't have the kimono ones. I think I'm saying that. Hopefully, I'm saying that right. But they got little big ass freaking lizards, big ass dragon lizards now walking around Singapore, bro. It's crazy. You see my Instagram post? Like, they're just walking around Singapore, man. So,
yeah,
um,
no, they enjoyed it, man. They loved it. It was great. They had the thing is this timing, right? And these things are busy. These events are busy. So let me tell you something, guys. Like, and I said it on a recent podcast. I was a guest on Pop Culture. Shout out to them, guys. Uh, that red carpet events and these events, they're not like how cool as they look online when you see them on Instagram. Man, shit, it's fucking busy. You're gonna run around, you're gonna try and get the kids there. They need to eat, you need to try and take them toilet. If they don't take toilet, they're gonna have to go through it in between the movie. Like, it is stressful, it's not easy. Even when I'm by myself, you're like, man, this is hard work, man. And you're always kind of, and that's not, you know what? The PR companies and everybody that do that work, I swear, I praise you. I praise you. There is hard work in that, bro. That 5 hours, you're trying to liaise people, work with influencers, people, general public. Hard work, man. It's hard work. I'm
yeah.
not gonna lie.
Well,
It's
look,
hard work.
with all respect, I don't mean this in this. They get paid for that. When it's your full-time job
No, no,
and
of
you get
course, yeah,
paid
yeah,
for
of
it,
course, of course. But
it's a different thing.
I'm like, damn. Even though you're getting paid for it, I was like, that's. I hope you're
Oh
getting a
yeah,
decent pay.
always,
I
yeah,
hope
all
you're getting a
respect.
decent pay. Yeah,
100%, 100%. I mean, it's always a respect thing, but you're going to these events and it sounds fun, red carpet, all this stuff. One, you're doing it for free. Two, it's taking bandwidth out of your time, man. This is what I'm trying to say. We've been talking
exactly,
about it for a
bro.
while, like, and time is so much more precious now because we're older and we've got family and stuff like that. If we were younger, time, man, we didn't respect time as much as we did. And I'm not saying something like this would have been fun to do, but we 100% didn't respect time like we do now, man. Sleep all
Yeah,
day
yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever, play video games all day or whatever it is, man. Time's too valuable now. But no, I'm glad you got that opportunity. I hope there'll be more coming from Universal. And I'm glad the kids were able to enjoy it, man. So that's an awesome experience. Guys, if you haven't checked out the interview, please check it out on the channel. It's fresh, so it's one of the top videos there. So check it out. On that note of taking the kids and enjoying stuff with kids, you went to the screening of Elio, the Disney
Yeah.
Pixar movie. That you said was brilliant as well. I mean, Pixar never fail. I feel like they never fail with their animations. It's just absolutely awesome. And you kind of said something which is awesome as well. It's like they have found a great formula where it's for kids, but it's 100% also for adults as well. Like that balance between kids and adults. It makes you as an adult, you know, get feel it. You know what I mean? Kids will watch it and enjoy it and laugh at it, but then the adults there to take their kids, and they also found a way to get the adults sucked in and then feel the emotions of it as well. So what's this about? I haven't even heard of this. Like, what's this about? How was
You know what? I
that?
feel
How
like
did they like?
Disney did the marketing bad on this again, and I feel like they did that with Ironheart as well, where everybody's cussing it as well. And I'm like, it looks fine, man. Like, I'm gonna enjoy it for what it is. And Elio is one of those animations where I feel like they dropped the ball on this one. But it's such a sweet story, man. And like the little kid with the cape reminded me of Idris. I can't do a full review right now, but just to say that it comes out Friday. The review will come out on the 17th. I'll do a little short clip just to show you, to let you guys know about it. Again, bro, it's just a kid trying to find his tribe, man, and not feel alone. It's got me right now. It's actually got me
Mm.
choking up right now.
Oh
Uh,
man.
that's crazy. How can it do that? I'm getting old, bro. I'm telling you, I'm getting so soft. Even Alara asked me, Daddy, why are you crying? My tears were streaming in the cinema. I'm
Damn.
trying to find your tribe, bro. Trying to find your tribe. Trying to feel. And the main thing is alone, alone. And you know what it was as well? With what's happening in the world right now, it just hit, bro. It just hit so hard. Shit. Fucking hell. I've only seen the movie once and I want to watch it again. Like, beautiful story, coming of age story, trying to accept the things in life. It is what it is. But how do we work with what we have in front of us? We always forget about what we have in front of us, and it's weird. I think the reason why I got more emotional is because with Dwayne, he's another brother extension to our family, and he knows that I've been struggling mentally. You okay, Baba? It's boring. Can you? This is why you go to school so you're not bored. I'm joking. Do you want to draw something? No? You just blurted, yeah? Oh dear, man. My tears are still coming out. Acceptance. Acceptance is accepting things. And I know that I've moved from doing CBT, which is cognitive brain therapy, to counseling now. So I've been in cognitive brain therapy for almost 2 years to try and find out why I can't seem to, not about prioritizing things. It's like I am prioritizing things, the main things, which is the kids and the bills and doing work. But I've slowly lost touch with doing all the small things, like my garden, bro. I ain't touched in 6 months. There's stuff in the loft that I need to sort out and I can put up for sale and get rid of. Like, those things have become less priority now. But this movie kind of I almost forgot about the people that are around me as well.
Mm.
You know, and then for Dwayne to come through that night, it kind of made me feel not alone in this. And I think that's what the movie kind of is based on as well, that you're not alone. Bro, gut punch from the beginning, make you think, oh, picture, you bastards. Why did you do that for? And then, you know, along the story, like, it's beautiful, it's colorful. And, you know, Lara really enjoyed it. And, like, you know, the characters and the rest of it. And like, there's some funny moments, really sweet, funny moments in there. But then, yeah, the underlying story that, you know, the adults take home. And it's like, bro, I don't know what it is. They did these movies, they get me even more now. Like, they can get me like that. And it's because I get sucked into movies so badly. You know, reality is so harsh at the moment now that the fact that I can get sucked into, that's my escapism, I suppose. That's my crack, isn't it? That's my crack, bro. Great movie, bro. When you get the chance, check it out. If you don't watch it in cinema, but even when you watch it at home, I think it will still hit as hard because of the story. You know, who doesn't want to feel wanted? Who doesn't want to not want to feel alone? Bro, once you see the beginning, you'll be like, Pixar does it every movie.
Yeah, Pixar's so good at that, man. They're really good. I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm just great sort of review on it without spoiling or saying too much, but I'm looking forward to it, man.
It's good, bro. It's really good. So my favorite animations this year was, you know what? It's going to be Predator, Killers of Killers, and
we're going to
Elio.
talk about that in a bit, yeah.
And then, you know, best movie so far has been, you know, Sinners for me, 2025. That's like my favorite movie. But yeah, let's go. Let's continue, bro.
We'll talk about that as well because I actually watched that, but we'll talk about that later. All right, well, let's talk about another movie that came out, right? Karate Kid Legends, right? So this movie actually got me to the cinema, right? I mentioned before, I don't go to the cinema as much.
Yeah.
One, don't have the time, so I'm going to be very careful with how much time I spend and go to the cinema. Two, I just don't like the cinema experience in Dubai. It's just not great. So I went cinema in Singapore. I watched this movie. Jackie Chan got me to the cinema. That's the truth, right? And then two, it was the nostalgia of Karate Kid, right? So that got me to the cinema. So you had me. Now listen, we're not going to do a full-on review on this, right? I don't think we should, right? Personally, I just wanted to give a review on it, our thoughts on it and whatnot. The positives first. Like I said, Jackie Chan was awesome. The nostalgia of Karate Kid, awesome. You know, Ralph Macchio, cool. Still awesome. That's Karate Kid universe, fun, right? But this movie, yeah, it didn't hit. It's not a rewatchable Karate. It's a forgettable Karate Kid, you know, a movie of, it's one of those forgettable Karate Kid movies in that whole timeline or whatnot universe. I'm not gonna rewatch it. It just didn't hit. Like, Ben was awesome. He was really good. His martial arts is awesome. It's great that we finally got somebody who could do martial arts. But I just didn't feel like he was an underdog, you know? Like the original Karate Kid, Daniel LaRusso, He's a teenager. He's in school. He's an underdog. He's getting bullied. All of that sort of stuff. I just didn't feel that with Ben. I know he was going through trauma with his brother and all the martial art tournament, and that was his story trying to get over that. I get that. But I just didn't feel like he needed to be in this tournament. I didn't feel like he was the underdog. I mean, the villains, I don't even know, I can't even remember the name of the school, so that didn't even hit at all. Again, they were very forgettable. That tournament just didn't seem like it hit and meant anything.
No.
And I felt like this is what I said to you. Like, I felt like it was two movies in one. First movie was him teaching a grown-ass man how to box or just to improve his boxing using kung fu and whatnot. And it was a story about him trying to make money for his restaurant or stuff or pay off some loan sharks and whatnot. And then the second part was him feeling bad that that guy got injured and he decided to jump in. It's almost like a kickboxer or something like that, or blood sport, where he's like, I got to get revenge or something like that. I don't know. It just two movies merged. It felt like two movies merged into one. It just didn't hit. And I just felt like there was no moment. Like, I didn't feel like there was a moment or an impact for him to be in that tournament. There was no like, let's get the training on. We're going to do this. There was nothing personally not there. And Ralph Macchio, as well as he is the Karate Kid, and he always will be. That's just a fact, right? No one can.
Yeah. He always will be. Yeah.
His role in this was just a fun, nostalgic thing. He didn't personally. I didn't think he bring anything.
He didn't bring it. No.
I feel like it should have been way more of him in it than even Jackie, right? In my personal opinion. And Jackie wasn't even in it much anyway, but it was just fun to have them. Because I mean, unless I missed it, like, I didn't think Ben even used any karate. It was all kung fu and very flamboyant martial arts, which was always fun. And of course, Jackie was involved in the choreography, I'm pretty sure, which was awesome. But yeah, no, it wasn't for me. It wasn't for me. I don't think I'll ever rewatch this movie.
It's a TikTok movie, bro. It's for a new generation. The editing was fast and quick. Didn't let the story breathe. Didn't have no heart. Two stories mixed in one. Throw in Jackie Chan and Ralph Macchio. Nah, it didn't work for me. When I left the cinema, I just felt like, what happened to the heart? I mean, don't get me wrong. The hype of Karate Kid and the rest of it, I do like the editing styles in there as well. But I felt like it should have been a 2-hour movie. But they saying like they really cut it down, bro. And I'm not gonna lie, it felt like Ralph Macchio was copy and pasted into this script just to make it. I felt like this was part 2 of the Karate Kid from Jaden Smith version. And then they were like, let's just drop in Ralph Macchio so we could get bums on seats. But it was like the heart, man. You have some like, even, you know what? You look at Karate Kid, it's like an hour 30 minutes, hour 40 minutes, ends abruptly, but the movie's got heart.
Oh,
like
so
it
much.
has that heart. It's like has that moment to breathe. That character of Mr. Miyagi was like, it's a way of life. It's balance. There was no mythological or martial art representation in this. It was like just quick fight, punch, kick. Like, come on, man. And they should have stuck with the boxing story. I like that. They did not have to bring in the 5 boroughs martial art things because that thing didn't really work really well. But listen, did I like it? Yeah, I did. I enjoyed it for what it was. Will I watch it again? I don't think so. But I'm not going to shit on it because I don't know what... you always wonder what... it's what you feel, right? What are you going to get from the movie? What are you going to take from it? And, like, it's not my Karate Kid. I mean, even Cobra Kai, give me 6 seasons of that. It still had heart. It still had cheese. Like, that's what Karate Kid was. It was heart, cheese. Heart and cheese and some life lessons in there as well, bro. And you open it up with Mr. Miyagi's scene talking about the Hans and, getting that moistness going, and then suddenly nothing after.
Yeah.
Like, it didn't have nothing to do with Miyagi, though, bro. To be honest. Nothing.
Yeah, no. The best scenes was that beginning scene, and then that scene where Jackie and Ralph are talking, and Jackie tells him, like, this kid, Ben, or I forgot his name, is what he means to me, what Miyagi meant to you. And, Miyagi spoke about you. I loved that. That gave me
was good.
goosebumps. Those little scenes gave me goosebumps. They were the best thing about the movie. And I was like, man, if you expanded on that a little bit and just gave a bit more of those sort of type of scenes, there would have been that heart. But like you said, and like I said with Ben's character, I just didn't think the new Karate Kid, so-called new, he's not an underdog. I don't think he's an underdog. He's a
No, he
badass
wasn't. He
dude
wasn't.
that battered
Yeah.
like four men or whatever. He's badass. He ain't no underdog. I'm sorry. Like he had trauma, but in regards to the tournament, in regards to the whole scenario, and in regards to like what Karate Kid, how it formed from the original, like he's just not an underdog. Like you know what I
I
mean?
don't
I can
know.
relate to
Yeah.
Ralph. I can relate to the original Karate Kid. Remember, he's a high school kid. He's trying to fit in. He's moved. These kids are bullying him. All this sort of shit. This kid, like, badass kung fu dude, man. I'm like, man, like, you're not.
He
I
already
didn't feel
knows
he
what
was
he's
an
doing,
underdog.
innit?
Yeah.
No, that's what I'm saying. I think the story was always about being the underdog. Even with Cobra Kai and Johnny's story, he was still the underdog. You know what I mean? And it just didn't have that heart, man. It didn't have. I like the concept of the teaching the boxing with the kung fu style. I feel like that was the story they should have stuck with, and it had the guy from Mighty Ducks. I forgot his name, Joshua or something. And I just felt like that had a really nice ring to it. And I don't think they should have even got involved, Jackie and Ralph, into that. I think it would have been because it was, I don't know. They called it legends because those two legends were there as senseis. Really and truly, there's no legend in this story. After even when they had a fight scene when they tried to sabotage the fight at the end, bro. Shaky cam, bare close up of arms. I don't want to see no arms, bro.
I didn't see
Pull
anything.
out, man. You got Jackie there.
Jackie Chan. That's what I'm saying. You got Jackie there, and I couldn't even see anything. I'm like, what happened? Like, I didn't even. What happened?
I almost vomited. I told Ash, I was like, bro, what the fuck was that fight scene, man? All I saw was arms, bare arms,
yeah.
bro, bare arms, and flipping. No faces, no nothing, because I know none of them did it anyway because they're all old now. But it was like, come on, man, please. You got
Jackie
these two legends on the screen.
Jackie
Pull out, man.
Too. Yeah.
He does do his thing, but it's just like, why is the camera like on my forearm, bro? Like right here. I don't want to see this section. I want to see the full martial. They both know it. I mean, Ralph is not as fluid as Jackie, but it would have been nice to see a pull-out scene of that. Like, there must have been a pull-out scene. I got to say, like, they've got bare cameras rolling. It looked amazing, but the shaky cam killed it for me. Just a heart, bro. Like, listen, it's a good, fun, quick watch because it's a TikTok movie. But that's just my opinion, guys. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
There's going to be other people that, really enjoyed it, and that's cool. But, like, Idris would enjoy it because it gives you a short attention span, right? You don't really need to concentrate. It moves so fast. But yeah, anyway, that's Karate Kid. Let me get my copy.
Yeah, that's quite good. Look, again, I don't think for us personally, we wanted to do a full-on review on it. So I just wanted to kind of talk about it here. But that's our thoughts. And again, people will love it. Unfortunately, not unfortunately, it is what it is. It wasn't one of our favorites, but some good moments in there. Ballerina, bro. Let's move on to Ballerina. You got the opportunity to watch the screening, right? Did you go to that one? Or any missing dudes? All right, well, let's come back to Ballerina, man.
Sorry, give me a second, bro. I'll be right back. Let me just check Alara. But I didn't go to that screening. Atia went to that screening, and she put her review, which kind of went not viral, but like a lot of people really liked it on X. And I think she pointed the fact that Ana de Armas is actually a badass, and the world of John Wick expands even more. I haven't had the chance to see it. I know Ash saw it. He said it was all right. I haven't seen it yet, and I don't know. I'll probably wait till it comes out on streaming, just because of timing. And like, I'm being really specific on what I watch now, and try and with the kids stuff, it works out perfectly because I get to take Alara out on a day out
be with them, yeah.
And in the evenings, I've got to be really cautious on what I pick. Like we got 28 days later. I mean, shout outs again to Geek House show. That's happening on Wednesday, but we're doing the interviews on the red carpet. So, like things like that, I can prioritize, but then it's like, I'm not even going to watch the movie after. I'll do the interview and I'm going to kick out. I'm going to bounce because I'm going to have to pick up the kids. So like, I'm being cautious. I will see the movies. I know I'll see the movies, even if I have to go pay, like, I'm still a paying customer, bro. Like Sinners, I watched 3 times in cinema. IMAX, that's £20 a pop, man. But if I love a movie, if I enjoy it, I will go see it. And I love seeing movies in the cinema. So I'll go to my local cinema and sit down and enjoy it to the max. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, Ballerina, good movie,
Okay.
great addition to the franchise. It expands the John Wick universe even more, which is crazy. And you got all of these returning actors coming back. Man, there's so much spoilers in here. It's unbelievable. It's
Okay, let's
crazy.
let's,
It's
let's say
becoming its
that.
own
Yeah.
Marvel movie. So let's leave it.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to watching it. I genuinely am. So I thought you went to the thing, but you're right, Atia went. But I'm genuinely looking forward to it. I probably will again pick and choosing where I go to watch cinema now. So I'll wait for streaming and whatnot. But I'm looking forward to it. And I'm just so excited about the choreography. That's what I geek out about, the martial arts and the choreography, especially in this movie. So I'm in. I can't wait for that one to come out on streaming and I'll watch it then. All right, well let's talk about this, and we'll be brief with this because we're going to do a full-on review of this one. So this one will come out later. But Predator, Killer of Killers, my God, how good was this? Like again, guys, keep an eye on the channel because we are going to do a full-on review because this one deserves it. I'm saying it now, bro. In my opinion, probably the second or first, because the first original Predator, but it's the best Predator content we've had since then, in my opinion. One and two, like the first one, the first original movie, and then maybe this one underneath it.
Yeah,
It
100%,
was
100%.
that good. It was
So good.
absolutely fantastic. I sat there just mesmerized. And what was great about it, in my opinion, like three stories going into one, which was great. But those three stories, man, if you just gave me just short stories like that good. That
So
was
good.
brilliant, brilliant, and just warriors from different times, different parts of the world. I mean, I have to say, Blade, the samurai story was fantastic. I mean, the fact that you had no dialogue in that whole little shorts movie about the samurai, and I'm just glued to the screen was freaking fantastic. I mean, that's the movie we want after seeing what was the one that came out with the Native American girl? I forgot her name.
Prey.
Prey. That is probably my third
It's the
best
same
Predator
director.
content.
Same director, bro.
He's brilliant. He's brilliant. So that's what I'm saying. Like
He's
I
a
want to
fan.
see,
He's a fan. Yeah.
bro. I want to see Blade real life.
So
But
that
then
episode was called Sword. So
sword,
I want
sword.
to see more samurai and predators. 100%. That's me all day. It was a beautiful episode, but so it's wicked the way they did it. They called it shield, sword, and bullet, which ends up representing what they did at the end and how they are. Uh, Fucking great, bro. Really
So
good.
good.
Like we'll jump in. We'll jump in. We'll jump
We'll
in.
jump in. I'm just gonna say this one point, this one spoiler, and then we'll do a proper review later, and we'll move on. That last bit, spoiler guys, that last bit, when they were in the Predator land and they were like had these people that had these different warriors in isolation chambers or whatever. They stopped at the lady on prey. I reckon what would have been better if it was Arnie. I'm putting that there. Check out our long form review that we're gonna do in it. But that's the only thing I wanted to put out there. Let's move on. Let's move on because we can go on ages about it. But that review is coming out. Keep an eye on the channel. I saw Sinners. This is another one we're gonna do a review
Yep.
on. Freaking brilliant. I'm not gonna spend too much time on it because we'll do a full on review. Absolutely awesome. You're right. Everyone's right. Like obviously I didn't get a chance to watch it in cinema, but I watched it and everyone is right. Just a great original story. Michael B. Jordan was so cool. I don't know. I liked his acting style. The twins, so cool. I had no idea they connected it to Al Capone and all that sort of stuff, gangsters and all that sort of stuff. And then just a vampire story, like, bro, it was awesome. It was really good. I would have said, I mean, again, guys, look out for the full review because this one deserves, for us, our time and whatnot, I think deserves full review. What I would say here is, it reminded me a little bit of Desperados. My wife watched it. I knew
Yeah.
about it. It was a vampire movie, and I'll tell you why it reminded me of Desperados. My wife was watching it with me. We watched it together, and then when they showed the first vampire, she was like, "Oh, this is a vampire movie," and I'm like, "Yep." And I think what would have been better, in my personal opinion, if you didn't have that first scene, and just like Desperados, where it just switches, and you're like, "Wait, hold on a second, this is a vampire movie." Like if they just had that.
Not Desperados, from Dusk Till Dawn.
From Dusk Till Dawn, sorry, from Dusk Till Dawn, yeah.
Yeah.
So when it just flips the script and you're like, this is a vampire movie, like if it just did that and it just cut out that first scene when they first introduced you to that vampire, I thought personally that would have just been a bigger, like, what the hell twist sort of movie. But guys, that's all I wanted to put out there for now. Fully enjoyed it. Let's do a full-on review, Kibbs, because it deserves it. absolutely brilliant. Ryan Coogler is a genius. Like he's out like right now, he's like one of the best movie makers that we have. He's like the Scorsese or something of our
Yeah,
time
yeah, yeah,
and
100%.
whatnot. I give him so much credit. People like Seth Rogen, I wanted to give him credit too. Like I think he's a genius movie maker as well. I told you to
Yeah,
watch
yeah,
if you
yeah.
had a chance to watch that show, um, Studio, because Seth Rogen is a great movie maker. Anyway, I want to throw his name out there. Ryan Coogler is the man, and when he teams up with Michael B. Jordan, it is like for me like that. Christopher Nolan team up with the guy in 28 Days Later. I've gone blank. Um,
Danny Boyle.
Boyle. No, no, no,
Yeah.
no. The guy, man, Scarecrow and whatnot. What's his name, man?
Scarecrow? What? Killian
28. He
Murphy?
played Cillian Murphy. That's it. He's always in like
Yeah,
Nolan movies. I'm just
yeah,
saying,
yeah.
directors certain team up with people. Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan have that great connection. Guys, watch out for that review that's gonna come out because we're gonna do a long form one of that as well. All right, Mobland, bro. Did you watch Mobland?
I haven't. I haven't.
Bro,
Good.
bro, great gangster show. I mean, look, you got what's his name, man? I'm going blank now. My
Tom
brain's actually
Hardy,
not working.
Pierce Brosnan,
Uh,
Helen Mirren.
yeah, who directs it? What's his name, man? Danny,
Guy Ritchie.
Guy Ritchie. Freaking hell, Guy Ritchie. Going blank, but he's great at creating gangster stories, gangster movies, especially British ones and whatnot. And you got the performances from Tom Hardy, Pierce Brosnan, absolutely fantastic. Just the story, the way it leads on, the character building. Tom Hardy's just awesome as well, man. So cool. When you Pierce Brosnan's awesome as well in it. Such a good show, bro. Listen, I like that gangster show stuff. Like,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
really love gangster movies. I love gangster shows. We're talking about from Sopranos, The Wire, this, Mobland. I'm watching Godfather of Harlem. This man up there, man. It's so freaking good. Worth a watch, 100%. If you want to see a good story, if you want to see good gangster show, good sort of character building, just betrayal and all this sort of stuff, man. Just this is absolutely brilliant. So one to recommend, man. I really enjoyed it. I was really just binged it when I was in Singapore. I downloaded it and I binged it. That's how good it was, man. Pierce Brosnan is absolutely brilliant in it. So definitely recommend watching Mobland, guys.
Cool. Awesome.
Um,
Something that is on my list to watch as well.
Cool, man. All right, let's move on to some news. Was there anything else you went to any movies or shows that you watched you want to give a quick review to or anything like that before we move on to the and finish
Listen,
off with the
shout
news?
outs to. Oh my God. I feel like I swear recently I said there was a couple of things I saw that was moist in the group. Devil May Cry, bro. Shit.
Devil May
That was
Cry. I had
awesome.
to do a review with Ash or with
That is
you.
awesome. That was awesome. I love that. That was so good. So good. So good. Uh, and I think that's it. I think it was Devil May Cry. I feel like there was something else. I watched a documentary on the Titan. It's deep, bro. It's deep. Some people
Which
with money,
Titan?
man. You know the Titan that imploded near the Titanic, and they couldn't find the people for that.
Oh, that
There's a
thing, the
Netflix
billionaires.
documentary on it. Yeah, bro.
Oh, I'm watching a documentary called The BB Files on that freaking devil, that
Oof.
Yahoo devil. Oh, bro, the corrupt. But they obviously, bro. This was on. So basically, it was all on streaming services, plus and Amazon, and obviously the Zionist lobby or whatever took it down. But it's obviously on the internet. You can't get away from the internet. So it's on YouTube. It gets taken down. But bro, this dude is just the most evil dude. His own people don't like. Honestly, his own people don't like him. He's corrupted. They wanted him out for
How the hell
ages
did he get even elected, bro?
because it's not a democracy, bro. They are corrupted, evil dictators. He's a dictator. He's a criminal, evil guy. His own people don't want him there. He's super right wing. The corruption on him is ridiculous. He needs to be put in prison and left to rot, bro. And I hope his own people will do that to him eventually. I think so. And when I say his own people, I'm talking about not his people. I'm talking about the real, uh, the innocent people in Israel. I'm not saying the right wing or the people who want who are evil, the Zionists or whatnot. I'm talking about there's innocent people in Israel who genuinely want peace. They've accepted what's happened in the past. When I say accepted it, they don't agree with it, but it is right now what it is. But I hope they put him away. He's one evil. devil bastard. And just not just the corruption that he's gone through, it's just the billionaires that he's working with in the US and all that sort of stuff. Guys, check it out. It's on YouTube. You'll be able to find it, man. The internet, you can't hide it from the internet, man. Check that out, BB Files. Fuck that dude. All right. Let's move on to some news, bro. We got some news. Let's go. Let's kind of go through some news, bro, and finish up. So, and the new listen, we ain't spoken in 4 weeks, so this is some of it is old news, but let's talk about it, bro. Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars have been delayed by Marvel Studios, with both films now scheduled to release in December 2026 and 2027, respectively. These dates are 7 months later than the original release, which is supposed to be in May, with Avengers Doomsday. It's now moved to December 18th, 2026, and Secret Wars, December 17th, 2027. The delays were officially announced by Disney a couple of weeks back, alongside a broader organization of the Marvel Cinematic Universe theatrical slate. These changes include the removal of some previously unannounced Marvel projects and from the calendar and adjustment to release dates of other films. The primary reason for the delay, according to the industry reports, is to give the films more time for production and post-production, ensuring a higher quality outcome for these highly anticipated Avengers movies. The extended timeline also allows for more actors to potentially participate and allow for more time for the script to be finalized. So, what's your thoughts, man? What do you think, man? I mean, look, I know they're trying to go over quality after, I think Bob Iger, whatever that guy said, that they're focusing on quality and stuff, especially after Thunderbolts, which we'll get into in a second. Maybe there's some different stories. Spider-Man's looking to come out next year. We got Ironheart coming out, which I don't think they really care about Ironheart. I think that's just going to be one of those side things that they've already started, and they're like, let's just pull it out there. But maybe this will kind of advance the story of that. I mean, yes, production and all that sort of stuff, and yes, quality over quantity, which is better. But there's something. I think there's some storyline. Maybe they could pump something more into the storyline. I don't know.
Well, I hope so, because they have to build up Dooms. But you can't just drop him in. I know Fantastic Four, we're going to get the first introduction, standard. We're going to get the first introduction. And we have to, because think about it, bro. All this rushing, all it did was, Kang got defeated by ants.
Basic.
You build up Thanos in 3 phases, bro. That's what you need to be doing. You need us as an audience to be urging for that, because by the time we got Thanos on the screen, Infinity War is a far more superior movie than Endgames. Endgames, listen, a great finale movie with some great moments for us, yeah? Fan service as well. But, when it got to Infinity War and you're like, Thanos, like, this guy, the Titan, I'm excited, I'm moist. Man, Kang, they build him up, lose, they drop him because, the way the industry works, you have something crazy happen before you get convicted or anything. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not judging just the situation, but man, they let go of him quick, bros. They let him go quick. No, let him go. Finish. Replace him then, man. Keep the Kang story going.
I don't know if this is true, but there's rumors that they might bring him back. Jonathan Majors, they're talking to him, redemption story. I've been saying this from the beginning, though. Like, give him his redemption story a couple years later or whatever, and do it. Take your time and do it again. But there's rumors, I think, about that.
All right, let's see what happens.
I agree.
We can only see what happens.
Because Doctor Doom is a big character, so he's not just a 1 movie, 2 movie thing. It's like you're giving us Avengers Doomsday already. Like, don't kill him.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man, but don't kill him, because he needs to be in more movies after that.
Exactly, they can't.
Unless this is a variation of Doom and you're going to give us another Doom later. But I'm saying now, don't kill him in Doomsday, because you can't give us 1 movie of such a epic villain and then be like, oh yeah, we're done with Doom, guys. We're moving on to back to Kang or whatever. So anyway, delays, man. But I think delays are good. How, like, for production, and not to kind of rinse it too much with the shit quality stuff that we'll be getting. With all respects, I haven't watched it, so we'll watch Ironheart. But I feel like, I don't know. I'll judge Ironheart once I watch it. I don't want to say that. And obviously, Fantastic Four's coming out soon, which is going to be good, hopefully. But that's that delays. But look, talking about Marvel, Thunderbolts, right, which was one of Marvel's better sort of movies that came out recently, and based on that, everyone was all like hyped again, and it was such a great movie. It was, and that's when they were talking like, yeah, we're going to focus on quality and whatnot. It actually flopped from a box office perspective, bro.
I know that's crazy, right?
Unfortunately. Yeah, I mean, considering all the great reviews, apparently it's going to lose like it possibly lost Disney about 100 million. I think it made about 371 million globally. But based on the movie production and all the advertising and everything, I think it had to make like nearly 500 million to break even. And apparently it flopped. It made 371, so it lost 100 million, which is a shame. It's a shame because you put so much, unfortunately, stuff that wasn't good out there. So you lost the hype. So when you have something good, people are like, that's Marvel. I'm bored of that. It's shit now. Like, that's what happens when you have a good one out there.
But it's
So
not
I
that,
don't.
bro. I personally think it's not that.
What do you think?
Bro, it's going to come out on Disney Plus in the next month or two. Why am
Well,
I
that's
going to
also
go
true.
cinema and spend that when I'm already spending 100? No, what is it now? 100 and almost £200 a year. $200 or £200 a year. When I'm paying $7.99 a month. I'll wait for that to come out on what do you call it? Yes, great reviews. Thank you. Great reviews. Critic reviews. Pow, pow. No. You want bums on seats in the cinema? Take it off streaming, man. Give streaming a year. Let your movie breathe and enjoy. I think personally, this is just me. I think movies need to be from cinema to get on streaming. Give it 12 months, man. Give it 12 months. Captain America's on what do you call it, streaming now. And I wanted to watch it the other day, and then for a moment I was like, yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, on the plane journey back, I was like, yeah, maybe I could watch Cap. I did not have any enthusiasm to watch it. I was like, maybe just forward to the end scene where Red Hulk gets involved. Other than that, I don't, bro. I can still watch phase 1 to 3 movies right now, and I can't
Yeah.
watch,
I'm actually on my
but
journey again. I just watched Incredible Hulk the other day, and I was like, you know what? These movies are wicked. They're really watchable.
yeah,
They've got that something about it which is really good. But anyway, as I was saying, take streaming off.
I
Do
think there's
not allow
definitely
streaming off.
I think, look, definitely there's a factor of streaming that makes you just feel like, I'll just wait and whatnot, as well as the hype, bro. Because I will still go cinema to watch. I will watch Fantastic Four in cinema. I will watch Superman in cinema. I will. I'm not gonna wait for those ones. But there's a lot of movies now where I'm just like, I'll just wait for streaming. And I think, yeah, pull it out on streaming like later. Let it breathe. Keep it in cinemas longer. That's also another thing in cinema, man. I swear back in the days, man, they used to have movies out in cinema for like 6 months. Now, after a month, they take it off because of the quick turnaround and so many movies and whatnot. So, like, you don't give anyone the opportunity to be like, all right, I'll go cinema next week, or I'm so busy this month, I'm traveling or whatever, I'll go next month.
Yeah,
Like,
they
no,
won't give
it's
it
like,
time.
yeah, it's like out of cinema. So you're like, all right, well, that's it, you won't go cinema. I mean, look, it's a shame. Obviously, Disney's got bare money, so whatever, man, you flopped, you got bare money anyway. But it's a shame for that movie specifically when you kind of individualize it to that movie because it was a great movie. That movie wasn't a flop. It was actually a brilliant movie. It deserved, I guess, the box office win. But you know what? It got the critics win, it got the fans win. So I think that's what means really more personally for us. But obviously the stakeholders and the money makers are like, I want my money. So they're crying about that. But anyway, it is what it is. Great movie. I think Thunderbolts is great. So look to watch that. All right, bro. Fun news for me or Punisher fans, bro.
Oh
And I'm
yes.
obviously one of them, bro. Yes, Frank Castle, the Punisher, is returning to Marvel Comics in a new Red Band series after a period where he was retired and his iconic skull logo was removed. The new series titled Punisher Red Band will feature Frank Castle with no memory, a full clip, and a first full of vengeance. It will be a 5-issue series written by Benjamin Percy and illustrated by Julius Ochta. This return marks a back. Sorry, this return marks a back to basics approach for the character, according to Marvel. Let's go! Let's freaking go, man! Listen, Joe Garrison, cool, whatever. And then with that other Punisher series where he had the skull change and there's a lot of controversy around it, cool. I read those. I'm a Punisher fan, so I read those. I gave him a chance. I'm not even gonna say nothing about those. Punisher's back. I'm so happy he's back. He's just one of my favorite characters. I started watching season 2 of the show again. I just like his presence. And again, there's so much more. I still think that Daredevil Punisher scene in Daredevil Born Again was one of the most powerful MCU scene, and really think that they've done a great job expressing to the fans that Punisher is not who you think he is. He's not just a killer that kills bad guys or whatnot. There's a lot of trauma. There's a lot of hurt in him. There's a lot of motivation. He lost his family. He's a war veteran, the PTSD, but the hurt that he goes through, that's what the skull represents. I think from an external perspective, yes, the skull represents punishment. When you see that, if you're a bad guy and you see that skull, you know you're fucked, right? That's what it represents from that perspective. Fear, punishment. But from his perspective, that I think that skull represents hurt. I'm hurt. You know what I mean? Like what I'm going through. Nobody knows what I'm going through except me. Nobody. None of the Marvel superheroes, anyone that tries to talk to him, Cap, who he respects, like he always listens to Cap. But even to Cap, you don't understand what I'm going through. You know what I mean? Like, yes, everybody's lost, but not everybody takes loss the way he did. And also the loss that the betrayal. He served his country, and his country betrayed, and his country didn't, or the service, what you call it, the police system or whatever, justice system betrayed him. He lost his family in such a brutal way. I mean, going back to the justice thing, that's why his connection to Daredevil is so good, because he believes in the justice system so much. And this guy, the justice system, let him and his family down. So much to it. Listen, man, I love pun. I would love to do short little facts about pun the way you do for Superman. I'm just not good at them, so I'm not gonna try and attempt to do this. But
Why not try it, man? Do it.
Maybe I'll try, but that's my interpretation of the Punisher. It's not just because he's a badass killer or whatnot. There's so much to him, and I think there's a relatability to him, especially if you've got family and kids, and God forbid, anything was to happen, everyone's got a bit of Punisher in them. That's just fact. Anyway, a comic book collection I'm going to collect. I haven't bought comics in a while. I am going to collect that one, and I cannot wait. So, guys, look out for that one. It's going to be coming on our shelves. When did I say? I think it's like September, October, something like that. Can't wait.
That's right. That'd be good. That'd be definitely a good one.
Yeah, sticking on the comic books, actually. Deadpool and Batman crossover, man. So Marvel and DC, we announced or was announced a while back about their crossover after like 25 years or whatever it is. And one of the first issues they're bringing out or series they're bringing out is Deadpool and Batman. Interesting that they combine these two characters together. You got the Merc, you got the Dark Knight, and then the Merc with the mouth. He's gonna piss the shit out of the dead Batman.
Exactly.
He's gonna piss him off so much. It's gonna be so funny. Another collection that I'm looking to get. I think this one comes out in September as well. It's a 5. Let me read about this real quick. Epic crossover Batman DC. When is this looking? September. So it's looking to come out September in comic books. So I'm looking forward to that, man. I'm going to collect this one. This will be interesting, man. What's your thoughts, bro, about these two? You done a little video as well, Batman versus Deadpool.
Yeah, no, I think, listen, two great characters put together. Total opposites. One's chaos, one's strategic. I can't even say the word strategic. He's a prep time god. He's calculated. He's a chess player that wants to know 3 to 4 moves ahead, where Deadpool is just throw myself into it. I don't care if I get cut up and the rest of it. I'll grow back again, but I'll still fuck you up somehow.
I think that's a part of it because he can regenerate, but also his characteristics, his personality is just that reckless dude, that reckless mercenary, just finds a joke in everything.
I think that's always going to be part of his character. It's gonna be a good dynamic, man. It's great to see Marvel and DC working together as well. That kind of got me excited to see what we're gonna get moving on. So I'm gonna do a little series. So these series are really for TikTok audience, and the short audience on YouTube as well. I will be doing a series on Marvel and DC when they came together, and they did. I think it was called Almanac. I think it was called. I'm gonna do characters from there, and I'll give you some advice on some of those characters as well. And just fun facts, really and truly. You know, some people don't know about some of the stuff about Superman. I was like, Superman comes out in less than a month. Why not share some fun facts about Superman and some of the stuff
I
that he
think they're
does? Like
great.
today's video is a good one as well.
I learned from them too. There's a few things that I didn't know, so I'm learning from them too. I've always wanted to get my hands on the Punisher and Batman one they did on back in the early 90s when they crossed over back then. I think it's early
Oh,
90s, but
I
that's
need
the
to see
old
that
one.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, I really went to get my hands on that one, but I remember I found it once. It was super expensive online. But I do want to get my hands on that because that's so interesting. Obviously as a Punisher fan, that's the one I want to see. But yeah, moving on. Denzel Washington is confirmed for Black Panther 3.
Boom.
Ryan
There
Coogler
we go.
did say there's no fiction out there about that. Meaning there's no fiction, it's fact, basically. So that's awesome. Like, yes, there was a rumor about a while back and whatnot. We posted it as breaking news. But this is confirmed because Ryan Coogler said. I read a little bit that the role might not, I don't know if it'll be a significant role, but he's in there anyway, man, and
Yeah.
that's gonna be awesome, man. One of the greatest actors of our time, in Black Panther 3. So I'm looking forward to what they're doing with that, and I hope Black Panther 3, we need Black Panther. We need Black. Don't get me wrong, Shuri was awesome and all that sort of stuff. I just feel like we need a T'Challa or his son. I can't remember his son's name. I would say bring him as Black Panther. That would
T'Challa
be pretty
Jr.,
awesome.
bro. I swear it was T'Challa Jr. Tikaka. Oh, man. Oh, that was emotional. I'll have to double check that. Go sit down. I'll make you something. Give me a moment. All right. Give me a second. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Uh,
Um.
it'll be
Yeah.
interesting
No,
to see what they
Denzel.
do.
100%, man. 100%. All right, cool. This is old news, but I just learned about it new. That's why I'm saying, like, those short videos that you do, they're great because people learn things new. But I just learned about this. Ang Lee is going to be directing a Bruce Lee biopic movie, and I think this news came
Ooh,
out like
nice.
last year. Yeah, it came out last year. But he had an update about it. The update was. Even though it has been many years since Bruce Lee's far too young tragic death, he continues to intrigue. Let me see if I can find a better update. Ang Lee has been circling Bruce Lee biopic since 2002. So 2022, he's been talking about being involved in the Bruce Lee biopic that they're working on. Still plans to direct the film. Dan Futterman, the man behind the critically acclaimed effects. Where's the update? Anyway, I can't find it right now. But they're looking to do a biopic. Ang Lee. Ang Lee's a great storyteller. I mean, he's really good at, like, he's a good storyteller. And I think doing one on Bruce Lee, like, I think this would be awesome. You know what I mean? I mean, Bruce Lee's legend just doesn't, such a legacy. Think about someone who's made such a legacy in the world, and put like Asians on the map. It just never dies. So I'm looking forward to this one, man. I don't know when it's going to be released or whatnot. Ang I think there's a bit of an update. I think there's been some like budget issues or something like that. What I read, but should be good, and I'm definitely gonna be on top of that.
No, bro, listen. I mean, the original one that came out with, what's his name? Tony Scott Lee or something like that. Wasn't
Yeah,
really a biopic, really just a kind of not fabrication, what am I saying? A Hollywood version of the story. You know, it's not accurate to 100%, but it still was kind of epic. You know what I mean? So it'd be interesting to see how this comes along because these guys are heroes, man. You know, taken way before their time. And it's weird. Like the more I look into educating myself, the more I learn about history, the more I see how the narrative is controlled. People don't want you to, live that healthy lifestyle or anything like that because they've got shit to sell. So listen, I'm interested to see this. It'd be really good, and he's a big part of our lives. You know, we don't even know it. He is. You know what I mean?
that's it. He's legend, bro, legend, and his legacy will never die.
Exactly.
And I'm looking forward to this. And if they do a great biopic, true facts, have his family involved. I don't know if his family is involved, but like just to have true facts about Bruce Lee, that would be awesome. Like I know the Quentin Tarantino movie Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, it kind of shitted on Bruce. And I like Tarantino, don't get me wrong, but he's a Zionist, bro, and I'm not gonna lie, my perspective has changed on a lot of people, but we won't go into that. However,
Yeah,
he
yeah, yeah.
did
Hundred
shit
percent. Hundred
he did
percent.
shit on Bruce Lee on that. And I personally, listen, he thinks that he knows that was a true way of Bruce Lee and his personality and whatnot. I don't know. his kids are definitely against it, and his Bruce Lee's wife and whatnot was like, that's not how he was. A lot of people who grew up with Bruce Lee saying he wasn't like that. So I don't know what Tarantino was thinking, but that's Tarantino. He's a wild mind anyway. And look, as whatever I think of him now, he has made great movies. I'm gonna put that aside. But Ang Lee being Asian, I don't know exactly what Asian he is, but being Asian, I feel like he will do Bruce Lee justice, and I hope they just do it right and they give a true depiction of Bruce Lee and his story and his life. All right, moving on, bro. Gary Oldman, man, to be knighted in King Charles' birthday's honor, man. My guy was knighted as it's Sir Gary Oldman now, man. I think David Beckham was a part of that too. But obviously Gary Oldman's more in our movie world and everything. But man, like, credit to him, man. The guy's a freaking legend, bro. He's freaking awesome, man. So gotta give it to him, man. Sir Gary Oldman, that's him now, bro.
Bro, give me a minute. I'm just helping Alara out.
Yeah, sure. We'll move on anyway, but I just want to give a quick shout out to Gary Oldman. Congratulations to him.
To Gary Oldman, my Commissioner Gordon, man. He's my Commissioner Gordon, man. No matter what anybody says, I think he's my best Commissioner Gordon. All right, I'll be right back. Right.
Yeah, he was awesome. He was awesome. All right, cool. Spaceballs 2. Man, we again, this was announced a while back, but they released a little trailer which was absolutely awesome. It was the, what do you call it? You know, in Star Wars where it starts and the text goes up. I can't remember the exact wording for that, but it was basically that announcing, the trailer was that basically announcing Spaceballs 2, and it was just basically saying just comedy, man. And that kind of comedy, I'm really looking forward to it. Just that silly spoof movie that they did. They took the piss out of we done a retro movie review on actually recently. Hilarious, man. Takes the piss out of obviously Star Wars, Aliens, all those sci-fi movies back then. Just takes the piss out of all of them. And the trailer was basically a bunch of text saying that, you know, they've made all these movies and all this sort of stuff, and we whole MCU universe and blah blah blah. And then we're coming back with Spaceballs 2. So it's actually really awesome. Bill Pullman, Rick Moranis returning for Spaceballs 2. Rick Moranis coming out of retirement to do this, which is awesome. KK Palmer, Lewis Pullman, Bill Pullman's son, also set for this movie. And what's his name, man's coming back at 98, man. Man, I was just talking about him. Come on,
the
man.
Swatch is back, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
What's his name?
Mel
name?
Brooks.
Mel Brooks. Bloody hell, man. My brain is not working today. Mel Brooks come out 98, bro. 98. My guy's still doing the damn thing, bro.
Bro,
come on.
I don't really want it. Sorry to say, but it did make me moist. It did make me moist. It did get me excited. But we don't need it.
I think it's gonna be awesome. I think if they bring back that same comedy, and it's just a spoof of all those other movies, especially they got so much content since they made the first one. All these Star Wars movies, all these sci-fi movies that came out. If they just take the piss out of all of them, bro, as they did with that, but that one took the piss out of them, but it almost felt like his individual movie, right? And if they can bring back that kind of comedy, like just something, bro, we were laughing about like, you know, stuff like comb the desert. And it's like, we ain't found shit.
Yeah.
Like, and there was like little racist, little stereotype thing. Like, if they just stick to that, it'll be brilliant. You know what I mean? I think it'll be brilliant if they could do that. But I'm looking forward to it, bro. I'm looking forward to it. Same with the new Naked Gun that's coming out in a month, right? If they could just bring that same sort of silly comedy, you just sit back and enjoy it for what it is. Nothing serious, bro. Like those sort of comedies, man. I think there's a space for those, man. They've been missing, and I feel I'm hoping
100%.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that actually. All right, all right. Finishing off with some news, man. So, some just quickly go through this stuff. So, Netflix greenlights Ghostbusters animated series, man. Taps Elliot Callan as executive producer. Netflix greenlighted a Ghostbusters series. First announced, okay, this is old news again, bro. First announced in 2022. Variety has learned exclusively from sources. In addition, Variety has learned that Elliot Callan has boarded the project as a writer and executive producer. This show was first reported in development at the streamer back in June 2022. Exact plot details are still under wraps, but sources say 3D animation series will be totally in line with recent Ghostbuster films. So let's see, man. I mean, Ghostbusters had a bit of hype with was it Afterlife or the one? Yeah, Afterlife, I think, which was good. And then they brought out the new Frozen one, which was, a bit so-so. So let's see what they do with the show. If they can expand on things on the show, might be good. You know what I mean? If you connect it to the movies, animations are not bad, man. They're really good. We're gonna, like we talked about earlier with the Predator Killer of Killers, right? Really good if you do it well. And you develop on the
It just
story and you can like
expands
connect it
on the
back to the
universe
movie.
much better, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So let's see if they do give us some good, good animation and Ghostbuster stories of and the Ghostbuster universe.
Exactly, exactly. I hope they do. I really hope they do. Really hope they do. So it'd be good. I'm always excited to see that our universes that we all love and adore are still growing, bros. It's like this ongoing universe that continues giving and giving and giving, which I absolutely love. So no, if it comes out, it comes out. It's good. Let's see. I hope it connects. They need to connect it.
Definitely, definitely. All right, moving on. Tulsa King spin-off starring Samuel Jackson in the works at Paramount Plus. They're building on a Tulsa King universe. Everything's a universe now. However, as I spoke earlier, man, I like that gangster sort of shows, man, and gangster sort of content. This was pretty good. It was kind of, I felt like it was almost like a light-hearted one, just because it just didn't have as darker tones or whatnot, but it's still kind of violent and whatnot. But Samuel Jackson, I don't know if him and Stallone have ever been. I don't know if I think this is a spin-off show, and I'm pretty sure they'll connect them. 100% will. And those two together with Stallone and Samuel Jackson. But man, it's gonna be called Nola King, which where the hell is Nola? It must be another part of the US somewhere or whatnot that I'm not familiar with. Anyway, Sam Jackson, I don't think you can ask for more, man. It's pretty awesome anyway. So Nola King Spit, check that out. When is it looking to come out? I don't think they got anything updates on this one. Let me see. Oh, my internet's losing now. Basic. Anyway, ads and shit. Screw that. Let's move on. All right. Gears of War. Gears of War movie has landed David Lynch as the director. Now, David Lynch,
All right.
man, my guy is responsible for like he was a director for Bullet Train. He was producer for like John Wick, director for Fast and Furious, Hobbs and Shaw. I mean, he's done loads. The Fall Guy, um, Deadpool 2.
David
I mean,
Finch.
yeah, David Finch. How do I say his name right?
Did he do
David
Deadpool
Lynch,
too?
sorry, Lynch,
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 Lynch. Yeah, yeah. I thought so. Yeah,
Leitch, yeah.
yeah,
Did
yeah.
I say Finch? I think I said Lynch. Anyway, guy's been involved so much. Yeah, on IMDb, it says director of Deadpool 2. Um,
All right. I didn't know that.
so yeah, it's been him. It was him. That's what it
Cool.
says here. Anyway, yeah, it's for Gears of War. I mean, there's some video game news, guys. Do check out the Brothers Geek Out video game channel. Doing a lot more there. Ashraf's doing a lot more trailer reaction and stuff, and announcement of the game. Some breaking news there as well. Gears of
Hmm.
War is finally coming out on PS5, but this movie that they're looking to do would be awesome if they do it right, man. What's going on here with this one? Yeah, looking forward to this one, man. Gears of War. If they do it right, I think this will be awesome. Cool. Moving on with more video game stuff. Alan Garland confirmed to direct live action Elden Ring movie from A24 Productions and Bandai Namco. So I'm not too familiar with the Elden Ring game series. I know it's huge and whatnot. So, but they're looking to make that movie. And Alan Garland, sorry, is been involved in he's like more of an author. So he was the writer for Ex Machina, Civil War. He was also the writer for, just looking at his
Is it
catalog
welfare?
here. Welfare, yeah,
Warfare.
Warfare,
Yeah.
yeah, Warfare as well. So a few things, man. There was like the Batman Black and White series,
Yeah.
in 2009. Like my guy's he's a writer for most things, writer and screenplay, but it looks like he's going to be directing this one. So, I'm sure that there's going to be a lot of, from a writing perspective, good writing behind this. I'm not familiar with the game, so probably have to rely on video game enthusiasts who know this game. Um,
Yeah.
if this is going to be any good or whatnot. But just some interesting news there. And then Xbox Gaming Showcase on that happened on June 8th. Microsoft has said that there's two new handheld consoles which will be available to be purchased in the summertime, I believe it is. Launching, and it's called Xbox ROG, ROG Ally. You got Xbox ROG's Ally X and then Xbox ROG Ally. So the X is obviously I think a bit more of a premium version, right? 250 gig. Yeah, like the memory space is like 24 gig memory. And then the Ally, the normal one is 16 gig. The X is basically just a higher performance one, basically, or whatever, higher memory. The Xbox branded ROG Ally models will mark their way to other markets where ROG Ally series productions are sold later. So I think it's coming out in a few countries like Australia, France, Japan, Singapore, UK, the US, and then some other markets, and then it's going to be released later on at some other points anyway. But I don't know if this is Xbox's first handheld console, but it's big for console fans. I know Ash is into that. I'm assuming it's going to be, it's going to be similar to, but also new features to the PlayStation 1 that they have and all that sort of stuff. Anyway, that was some video game news. And just to kind of finish off with some quick run through some video game news, they announced Mortal Kombat Legacy, which is like just a revamp of all the old school Mortal Kombat games from 1 to whatever at 3, 1, 2, 3, and then I don't know which other ones, but the old school ones anyway, they're bringing them back. There was a trailer for the 007 First Light video game they're bringing out. Ashraf done a reaction to that, so check that out. Resident Evil 9 was announced. It's going to be called Requiem, which is coming out February 27th, 2026, I believe. Wukong, Black Myth Wukong is finally coming out on Xbox on August 20th. Interesting, that came out a year later on Xbox. Maybe there's a contract with PlayStation and Sony to say bring it out on us first and Xbox later. Maybe there's some contracts there, I don't know. Invincible announced a video game called Versus, like a 3-on-3, just brutal beat 'em up type of game. There was a Marvel Tokon anime sort of one as well that they bought out as well. Ashraf's done a few different trailer reactions for like other video games as well. So guys, check the Brothers Geek Out gaming channel because there's a lot more going on there. Live streams of us playing video games, but also breaking news of anything we find out. And also Ashraf doing sort of reactions and whatnot on video game trailers and giving his breakdown. We'll try to get more. It's hard, again, bandwidth, trying to get Ash to do as much as he can. Following the video game news, we'll try to post as much as we can. But keep an eye on that channel. But yeah, guys, and also follow the Brothers Geek Out YouTube channel and whatnot. We put breaking news out there. So anything we learn, again, we might not be first, but we're going to do our best to be right. So we're just going to research it. And if we're right, then, or if it's legit news, we'll post it up there. If it's not, we're not going to post anything on there. So keep an eye on the channel. And that's it, bro. That's all the news and reviews I think I had for this week. I mean, look, I'm sure we could have caught up a lot more because we ain't spoken in a month or done the podcast in a month, but that was it. I know you got to pick up the kids in a bit. Anything else? Any other news? Any other thoughts? Any other shout outs that we got to give, bro?
No, nothing from my side, guy. Bro, at the moment, and I know we could just keep going. It's time is of an essence right now. I feel like everything's on the run now, and I have to multitask. I can't single out time, which is crazy right now. It's hard to kind of give full focus to anything at the moment now, which is hard because now with Alara being off ill, trying to focus, making sure she eats properly as well. We've got to go doctors in a bit, pick up the little one, put her to sleep. So it's a bit of a run around at the moment now. But as always, guys, massive thank you for all the love and support on the channels. You guys are eating up what we're doing, which is absolutely amazing. I hope that, we've got some amazing opportunities coming up soon. And I'm always grateful for those opportunities. I always keep saying, like, listen, man, sometimes I feel like pinch me moments, that I get to do this stuff. And it just keeps growing. It keeps growing. We have this community that we started to build, which is amazing. And shout outs to Yusuf, You know, he says we're the best podcast in the UK. Thank you, bro, man. Always
Ah,
support.
man, shout
So I'm
out to
super
him,
grateful
man.
for that. Yeah. So, but other than that, all good. Keep following us on our socials. We've got all the medical aid for Palestine down below. I am going to add more new links for donations for mental health, but Congo, Sudan, Yemen, I'm going to add them all down below as well, guys. So everything we can do to help out at the moment. Now, I know we are in the current state of shitness in the UK at the moment, but I would just want to know, you guys are not by yourself, but if we could do whatever we can to help others, oh my God, charity is such a big thing. So please, let's do what we can. G-Man, yeah, that's about it from me, bro.
All right, awesome, man. Guys, well, yeah, you heard it all there, man. Let's end it there. Check out the channel for the reviews that are gonna be coming out. And we out. Peace.
We out. Take care. Peace.